Hi children, good morning. Welcome to our next class. In last class you learned about digestive system. How does the digestive system works in our body and what is the role of saliva in digestion and what's the role of intestines in digestion, and this all we are completed and you understood very well about digestive system. Okay, and along with the digestive system you also learned that there are different internal organs in our body and they are helping a lot to do the different systems function in our body, and all the systems together helping us to be alive, right? So in today's class you are going to learn about the other organs, other important organs which are present in our body, how they are helping us. So you are S4 children. In today's class we are going to learn about, in top 10 S4 you are learning about internal organs. What are the internal organs and how they are helping us, we'll see in today's class. And before going to our class, we'll see what are the key words you are going to learn in this lesson. So the first keyword is X-ray, X-R-A-Y, X-ray, sonography, S-O-N-O-G-R-A-P-H-Y, sonography, X-ray, sonography. These two are the new words you are going to learn in this lesson. How these words are helping you, we'll see at the end of the lesson. So these two spellings you learn in S4. And before starting about internal organs, we'll do one small activity today. For doing this activity, you take clay. Different color clays are available in the market. If clay is not there, you can even take a chart paper and crayons or the sketches which are available for you, and draw a outline whichever I am showing you with the different internal organs. Outlines will draw. You to draw along with me on chart paper. If you have clay, you just try to give the outline of that organ. Okay, so now we will see. You try to identify which organ this is. Which internal organ is it? So can you tell me which organ is this? This is, yes, you are right, it is brain. Your brain is located in the head. So this is your brain. You try to make an outline of the brain or else do the drawing. That's your today's activity. And the next internal organ is, you try to draw along with me or else you can make the outline by using some clay. So this you already might have got an idea. You learnt in last class. These are our lungs. So these internal organs are lungs. And the next internal organ, here I'll draw. You try to identify which internal organ is this. So the third internal organ is, which internal organ is this? You just try to identify. So which internal organ is this? Yes, you are right, it is your heart. It's your heart. So heart is also one of your internal organ. And the next one is, you try to identify the next internal organ, what it is. Your brain over, lungs, heart, and the other internal organs are, why I am saying here as plural, internal organs are, I said. Why? Because they are There are two kidneys in the body. That's why we are saying them as internal organs. Plural word I used. So they are kidneys. So these are the different internal organs. Now, are you completed your activity? Yes. Either making the outline of your internal organ or doing a sketch and coloring. So I think you are completed. Now we will see each and every organ. I'll show you and how it works, where it is located. We will discuss, children, now. Now we'll see the internal organs of our body, children. And just now I told you the new words you are learning here are X-ray and sonography. S-O-N-O, sono, G-R-A-P-H-Y, graphy, sonography. So these two words where we are using, we are going to learn in our lesson today. Now, there are different internal organs in our body. Every organ is taking an important role to lead our life. So now we will see what are the internal organs connected to each system. We will discuss once. This all already you learnt, and in digestive system, mouth, esophagus, liver, pancreas, small intestine and the large intestine. These all the different organs are working together and forms a system called as digestive system. And you also learned what is the role played by saliva in the digestion process you learned. And the same time how pancreas and liver are helping, from where they are secreting the juices and how these juices are helping to change complex food into simple food. So these all you learned in previous class, children. Now we will see what internal organs are associated with digestive system. So in the digestive system, stomach is the internal organ which is helping for the digestion of food along with other internal other organs working with stomach. And before understanding this internal organs lesson, you open S4 from your volume 2 and here the diagrams of different internal organs are given, children. So each internal organ you can read and try to understand the function of these internal organs. So this system belongs to respiratory system, you know very well. And the important organs related to respiratory system are your lungs. Lungs are related. Two lungs are present in the chest part. They are related to respiratory system and they are helping to breathe air inside and to absorb the oxygen from the air, and it also releases the carbon dioxide outside from the nostrils. Again the carbon dioxide comes out. So these are the internal organs called lungs are helping to do respiration in the body. Respiration means taking the oxygen and with the help of oxygen breaking down the food and releasing energy for our body called as respiration. So lungs are helping in this process. And the next internal organ is your heart, which is related to circulatory system. So heart is one of the very important internal organ which pumps blood to all the parts of the body, and it helps to transport the oxygen and nutrients to each and every part of the body with the help of blood. So blood is carrying the food and oxygen to each and every cell of our body, every part of our body. So to pump that blood, the heart is helping. So heart is the important internal organ which is helping to pump the blood. And the next internal organ is your kidneys. Kidneys help in excretory function, and in our body two kidneys are there. They are in bean shape and they are present at the back side of our body. At pelvis region, both the sides of backbone, two kidneys are present and they helps to remove the waste materials from the blood. They'll filter the blood in the kidney and they will send out the waste products in the form of urine. So kidneys are placed taking an important role for the elimination of waste products from the body. And we also learned about nervous system. So the main important internal organ in our head is brain. So brain is located in head and it is taking protection from skull. Our bones are giving protection to the internal organs. They are very delicate organs. They always need some protection. So our brain is taking protection from skull. This you learnt in our bones, muscles and skeleton system lesson. You learnt this. And where the kidneys are located, you learnt they are present at the back side of our body. And your heart, the internal organ heart is located in your chest part. It bends a little towards left side. So the location you are learning and which system it is related to and what's the function of this particular internal organ. Three things mainly you are learning in S4 children. One is you are identifying what is that particular internal organ which I am showing the slide. That organ related to which system you are finding. First you have to identify which internal organ I am showing you. And next, that internal organ belongs to which system you should tell me. And then you try to identify what's the important function that internal organ is doing and where it is located in our body. So these all we are discussing now, children. And at the end of the lesson, you are going to tell me the internal organ, where it is located and the function of that internal organ. So here I am showing you the slide of internal organ. Which internal organ is it? Yes, it is heart. It's located in chest part and little bent towards left side. And it belongs to which system? Circulatory system. And what's the function of your heart? It pumps blood to all parts of the body. Very good. And then the slide which I am showing has what type of internal organ? It is showing the lungs. So here lungs are the internal organs. Where they are located? They are located in the chest part. Okay, even your heart also present in the chest part only. Your lungs also located in chest part. Just middle of these two lungs, your heart is present. And I also told you internal organs are very delicate organs and always they need some protection. They are taking protection from our bones. So here by covering your chest part, a bony framework is there. Those are ribs. So your ribs are giving protection to our chest part. So these lungs are related to which system? Respiratory system. And it helps to take oxygen inside and to release the energy. And also working to send out the carbon dioxide outside the body. So this is one internal organ. And about digestive system, you learned completely. What is the internal organs in this slide? Here the internal organ is stomach. And in what way it's helping? It helps to digest the food. It converts complex food into simple food. That's the function of stomach. It's an internal organ. So we are completed. You know about the stomach, you know about the lungs, you know about the heart, you know about the kidneys. And the last internal organ, very important internal organ located in the head is brain. So this brain controls other all organ works. It controls all the functions of other systems. So it's also called as master of all the systems. It's the master of all the organs. So it's located in the head and taking protection from skull. So it passes the messages to each and every part of our body. It receives messages from each and every part of our body. So the brain is having nerves. So these nerves are connected to the brain, and our backbone, backside of our bone, have a special long nerve which is coming from our head. So that nerve is known as spinal nerve. Because the spinal nerve is present in the backbone, we can also call it as spinal cord. So your brain has nerves, spinal cord and brain. These are the different systems present in nervous system. So your organs will take the messages by using sense organs like eyes, nose, ears and tongue, skin, will take any message from outside the world and pass this message to the brain with the help of nerves. Then our brain will respond and send the commands to the organs. It sends commands or the signals in the form of signals. It sends the commands to all the parts of our body, so that the command what they are receiving, according to that our body organs will work. So in this way, there are different internal organs are helping us to do our work, to be alive. For example, if any organ has damaged, then what happens? How do the doctors identify which organ got damaged and what harm the patient is going to get? How the people are going to be affected? Then how the doctors will identify if any internal organ is not working? Then they'll do the X-ray. In the beginning of the lesson, in keywords, we discussed that X-ray and sonography. These are the two methods they'll use. Doctors will use these methods and they'll try to identify what is the mistake or where which internal organ got damaged and what's the problem in the internal organ. They'll find out by using the X-ray or by doing sonography. Ultrasound scanning also they are using to identify. By doing these tests, they will find out what's the reason for the disease, and according to that, to reduce the disease, they'll prescribe the medicines. If needed, some surgeries they'll do. So by doing all this, they are giving treatment to the patients. Understood, children? So in today's class, you learned about the different internal organs, where they are located and what's their important functions in the body. You learned very well. Now we will see what are the questions given in this worksheet. So all of you open volume 2, page number 13, children. Here in the beginning of the lesson, we did an activity and you tried to identify the different internal organs, and you also made the rough diagrams of internal organs. So in your volume 2, S4 worksheet also given the same work to you. Here the different internal organs are given and they explain the role of that internal organ. So you need to read this clearly and then answer the questions which are given below. And the first question is, what would happen if one of these organs did not work properly? So you understood very well. If any one of these organs are not working, then what happens? Yes, you are right. The person may get diseases, and if not cured, if not taken treatment, it may lead to the death of the person. So what you'll write here near the answer? The person will get the disease and he may die. So can you write this answer by your own? Yes, children. And the last question here is, how do doctors cure an organ that has become unhealthy? How do the doctors cure the unhealthy organ? So I told you just now, they'll do the X-ray or sonography or ultrasound scanning. They'll identify the type of disease and they'll give the treatment for that disease. And so that they'll try to reduce, they'll try to give some relief to the patient. So understood, children? And in coming class, we'll discuss the questions which are given at the block 10 textbook, block 10 backside. What are the questions are there? Those all you try to find out the answers for that. In our online class, we are going to discuss the answers. Okay, children? Thank you.